In this episode, Patrick and I are going to discuss all the different ways event agencies become more than just an agency.
Welcome to the show, EventMasters. You need to listen to this if you want to throw bigger and better events. Learn how to monetize and land bigger acts. Yeah, this is where you can learn how to do that. EventMasters.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of EventMasters. As always, I'm your host, Dylan Shinholser, and alongside of me, didn't get it right, dang it, Patrick VanDusen. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Let's do this. Episode number 7.
I wish the podcast viewers saw me get that wrong every time, or the podcast listeners.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
what is he talking about?
Yeah.
But what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm excited to bring this live show to you. Patrick and I are we're excited about this episode because it's a little bit of new stuff where we're going to value add and then talk about a little bit of stuff that we have been doing over here at ViewStub. So I'm excited about the show. So as always, housekeeping rules: like, subscribe us, press the buttons here or there, or and all that good stuff on YouTube, Facebook. Like us on all social medias at EventMasters Show is the handle, and we are officially on Apple Music and Spotify for podcasts. Yeah. We're gonna roll it out even more. So we're official, man. Like I said, last episode, we're official.
Yeah. Go hit subscribe on one of them, follow us, support, listen to us while you're driving. That way you don't have to watch us at 3 p.m. leaving the office.
True. And go ahead and tag your friends down on the live show. I think this is going to be a really cool episode. Like I said right before our intro, this episode is really how we can help and how event agencies need to be almost pivoting a little bit to become more than just a service-based business, as you guys saw in the comments or the post above. So I will start out and let you guys know, and for those of you who don't know me, I am an agency owner. Okay, I do this. I really do an industry agency, and so I'm attacking this and approaching it from you guys' point of view, and that's why we've rolled out, what we're going to talk about today with ViewStub's agency model and things like that, of really being able to turn agencies into more than just a service. So we're going to talk a lot about it in this episode and many more. We have plenty of agency owner friends that we have on this show. The guest list is getting longer and longer. I promise you guys, you won't have to stare at me and Patrick all the time.
I think, next week we actually have our first guest. So
yes, and then it's a string of guests. So I'm excited. Yeah. But nonetheless, today's episode is all about turning your agency into more than just a service. So this episode really is for not just event agencies, really. I don't want to just pigeonhole this to just your event management companies or your virtual event experts and all that. We're talking to your production companies, your AV companies, your experiential marketing agencies, anybody who does events for other people, really.
Yep. And also, if you're an event organizer and you're hosting your own event, you could actually take away some good things from this conversation too.
For sure. So, go ahead. You got anything?
Well, I was going to say, I think it kind of came up why we're going to do this episode is one of the big things is we've been working with agencies ever since we started, right? Because events usually work with a production company or event management company. And, we see a lot of it goes either two ways, right? It goes like the production company uses like 5 to 6 different softwares, right? I was on the phone with the agency earlier and I think their tech stack was like 6 different softwares. And I'm like, how much time do you spend on that? Like, that's a lot of like stuff that could go wrong, right? And then you got to pay for each little software and whatnot. And that's 5 to 6 things that you have to worry about. So that's one thing that like we see a lot is like your tech stack as an agency. And then the second thing is just being able to throw it into your proposal for your clients. So that's the stuff that we're going to talk about today. So now that we've established who this show is for, you agency owners, production companies, AV, experiential marketing companies, let's really talk about why it's so important to have your own platform and not just be a service and not just be at the whim of your clients. Because good Lord, we all know the clients are not event professionals. You are, we are, you're the expert. And so I often see agency owners, like you said, we talk to them all the time and they're always coming to us and go, oh,
this client wants this platform. They did all the research. They did this platform. And then the next event we did was on a different platform. And then the next event, we had to learn a new platform.
Yeah.
And literally talking to some of these folks, my head starts to hurt. So I think let's start there. That's the biggest one. You're putting such a strenuous strain. I don't know if those two words go together, but they do today, on your team, that every single event, they have to learn a new platform. And all of us platforms are different. We have different user experiences and different tools and what you can do and what you can't do. And as an agency owner, and as someone who prides himself on efficiency, having my team take hours and hours out of their time to learn a different platform for every single client is borderline insane. I don't know how you feel on that, Patrick. But
well, not only that, but we're still, holding virtual events is still kind of a new thing, right? So not only that's like a new thing, and it's even like new to a lot of not only events in production companies, like doing full-on virtual events, but learning how to, a lot of these virtual event platforms are still trying to learn themselves too. What's going on in the marketplace and what features and functionality their platform needs. So you gotta, put that cherry on top of that problem.
Yeah. So you're learning alongside their learning, and it's like there's too much learning going on. And in an event industry where we're about action, this event industry, we do, right? You can't constantly taking time out of your day, your team, whoever it is, to learn a different platform for every single event. Like it's crazy, especially if you guys who are doing lots of events. We've talked to someone. I was talking to someone the other day. He did over 50 events in 2020 with 13 different platforms. I'm like, oh, my head hurts, dude. Like, why would you do that to yourself? And he was like, because we didn't have any other choice. We don't have our own platform. We can't force them to use ours. And I was like, dude, you got to fix that. And so that's the big one. That's a big reason why agencies need to look at how they can become the product and not just the service, right? And so you're probably agency owner, probably like, why? Yeah. So that's what it is. So that's where I was going with. To date, clients would come in and say, hey, I want to do an event here. In-person world, they go, hey, I want to do an event in Dallas, Texas. I'm not really caring. And then you go out and source the venue and all that good stuff. In the virtual world, though, a lot of these platforms, something like a ViewStub can be turned in the flexibility can be used with all event types. So you don't have to rely on your client to then bring you all of the stuff and you kind of just manage it. You can become the product, a one-stop shop, as Patrick just said. From service to execution to platform, you now are that turnkey solution for your organizer. You do everything in-house. And now your team is completely trained on the program or the platform. They know everything. They know the ins, they know the outs, they know how to creatively use it. They know the limitations, they know the abilities and possibilities. And it makes your life a lot easier. And now you can market yourself out as a one-stop shop. And the importance of that is huge. I'm telling you guys, if you can own the event, I've always said that in my event company, I want to own the event, and I want to own every vertical so that when you come to me, I can control it. And then in this case, you can be the controller. And as an event guy who needs to control everything on their event, if you don't know that platform, you lose a lot of your control, I would say.
And let's talk a little bit on the business standpoint too, because a lot of agencies, what they do is a organizer, a producer comes to them and it's like, hey, I want to hold this event, blah, blah, blah. And, I was looking at this platform. But just because you don't have your own platform, you're like, yeah, I use whatever you bring us, right? So then that, your client, your new client is now going to bring you a platform that they probably did a little bit of research on, doesn't know much about. And then now like they're kind of like set on using this one platform, right? So that expectation is set. So on a proposal standpoint, being able to say like, hey, here at whatever agency name, we have our own platform, right? You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, don't even worry about the platforms you're looking at. Our platform can do it, right? How much more converting can you do if someone came to you for your proposals? Because then on a proposal, someone's looking at, we're just going to use this platform, right? You send out a proposal, that person's going to be like, I never even heard of that platform. Let me look it up, right? And then that causes questions, and then we know how that sales process goes. So to be able to say that you have your own platform is the way to go, because you convert more, you build more credibility, more trust, more, you just build that brand of like, come here, we have it. So
yeah, come to me. I do it all. Like you don't have to think anymore. I'm going to take all of this off your shoulders. I've thought about this. I have the structure. I have the team. I have the marketing. All of that's here. Come to me and I'll do it all for you. And that moves you into a completely one-stop shop where a lot of folks say they are. But if you're missing one of the biggest ingredients, which is in this case, the virtual venue, if we're talking virtual events, or virtual events, even if we're live streaming in person, if you can own that, then you own the event from top down, and that allows you to go and do a lot of things. It puts you as a market leader. It allows efficiency within your team, and so many things in the one-stop shop. And then also what it does, and I love revenue streams, is now you can put proposals out for your marketing, for the management, and now the product, because you own the product and it's yours. You white label it of sorts, and then we'll get into what that means here in a second. But you're white labeling the product means it's yours. You put your name on it and pass it off as if it's yours. So now you have a whole new product offering, which gives you a whole new revenue stream in your business.
Yeah,
from a business owner, that's the biggest one for me.
Yeah, the agencies that actually we work here with ViewStub either just throw it into the proposal or they upsell it as well. So you could do either or on that new revenue stream.
Yeah,
you can either just throw it as a value add, or you could actually make it a revenue stream. So
yeah, so for me, if you're looking at a straight business and be like, why would I do this? Why would I want my own platform? Well, you just created a whole new revenue stream. We've built a business off selling a platform. So can you. And we're just powering, something like a ViewStub can just power that and white label it, and then becomes your platform. So what does that mean? So for those of you if you don't mind, Patrick, fill me in, for those who are maybe not familiar with the term, what does white labeling mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so essentially white labeling means that it doesn't have the actual virtual event or the hybrid event, whatever, the branding behind the platform. So white labeling is able to set up an event, or in an event sense, white labeling is set up the event and put their complete branding in it. So not only that, you can actually kind of show it as your branding as an agency, but you can also show it as branding and make the event look really good. Because if the attendees go to, whatever, abcevent.com and they see a branded ticketing or access box, right? How much more converting is that for your event? Or your client's event, sorry. And then when they're actually experiencing it, they're like, wow, this conference I'm attending right now is very great because they have their own software. I don't even know what software this is. Like I'm not on Zoom. This is impressive. So how much better do you make your clients look on a white labeled event? So being able to throw that branding and mask anyone else's brand is huge. So
yeah, it just makes you look cooler. Like you have that may be like level B of why someone would do it. It might be option A for me, but like you just look more professional because it looks like it's yours. It's your own. And from an agency standpoint, if you're doing white labeling it, as you're taking the power, and the reason a lot of this is sparked off of what ViewStub has done for agencies, and we'll get into that here in a minute. But white labeling from an agency's perspective is now we've built the entire technology. We continue to, and we'll continue to develop it. Now, what you can in turn then do as an agency is basically use our technology we built, wrap it up in a nice little your agency branding bow, and make it your own and pass it off. I talked to a guy today who's going to literally rename our platform and to his own brand because he's white labeling it. Same thing on Amazon products and stuff. He's literally going to pass it off as his own platform. And it's genius.
Let's put in this situation. So he's now going to go on, he's going to put on his own website, right? He has his own hybrid virtual event platform. And imagine if someone goes and searches, oh, I need a production or I need an event agency to do my work, right? And they search, boom, Google, right? Let's just use that example. They click on the first three, right? And his is one of those first three. The other two don't have their own platform. So what do you think when they actually come across like, oh, I don't have to look for a platform? This agency can not only do the service, but provide the platform. I don't even have to think about that. How do you think that's going to look when someone's actually clicking to like opt in to learn more to actually use your services?
Yeah, and and like you said, it just literally will boost your credibility being able to be that actual true one-stop shop. And so that had a lot of what we just laid out from a team efficiency, learning new platforms for every single event, the one-stop shop mentality, the credibility factor, the one that we didn't touch on is that relationship you actually get to then go build with that platform, right? Because now you can be, and how we treat our agencies and what you can really end up doing for that is be a part of that build and that design, and you can really help that platform design it in a way that you can use it better. And always you have the partnership, and you can be like, hey, Like our agencies know that they can call either one of us and be like, hey, we really need this to help our agency, and it'll help all of these different events and all of this. And we're like, okay, great. Now we have that partnership, and they know what's coming before our even other normal clients. Even here in the Facebook group, our agencies know what's coming before you guys do. And it's just because they have that deep relationship in with our platform, which then helps them a lot because they know they know who to call for support. They know what the features and platforms does. They know the limitations, the possibilities, and then they can also be heard, right? They can't always go to when they're using one-off platforms, they can't go and be like, hey, I need this for this event. This like your platform needs to get this fixed. You can't because you're doing a one-off.
Like, who are you? Like
what?
Like, yeah, we'll try it out, but you're not gonna be able to call your favorite account manager and
no
some strings, right? So
exactly. So like those are just some of the reasons of why I think agencies need to take a hard look at their business model and figure out how they can actually become a one-stop shop. I know a lot of agencies in this world who pride themselves on it, but they're missing like a key ingredient, meaning the virtual venue or the venue itself. So that's a big one. So let's transition this in, and I really wanted to, and what sparked this episode and everything, and for the last 6 episodes, guys, all we've done is value vomit on you guys and provide value. But we at ViewStub have been working on something really cool for agencies, and everything we just said. We can now transition into our new agency model. So bear with us, guys. We're going to maybe talk about a little bit about what we've been up to at ViewStub here for the last couple of weeks. So Patrick, I'll just interview you. You're the founder of this company. I turned the right way. Mm-hmm. Why did we build the agency model?
Pretty much exactly why we did all the points.
Everything we just said.
15 minutes. Yeah, exactly that reason is because we either work with one-off event organizers, producers, right? And they're going to this production company and they have to go find a platform, and it was just a lot of confusion and whatnot. And the production company never heard of us. That it's like, oh, what the it's like then we have to work with the production company so their team can learn it, and it just adds a bunch of more stuff. And the confidence in not only the production company but the producer also goes down, right? And then, just the feature stack, right? It's because we see so many people trying to do hybrid and virtual events where they use 4 different softwares, and that is a pain. So like we just said, so, what we did is we started coming out with, the white labeled agency model, whereas, and we're actually not to toot our own horn, but we have a lot of agencies signing up right now. These past month, I would say. And having them come on board and, it's like, wow, we've been looking at this. We use, these 3 products, but we have no relationship with them and they don't have these features, and I can't brand it for my own, and I can't do teams, and I can't have my clients' accounts that I can manage, right? And so we were able to build our product for having all the benefits that we just spoke about, these past 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like I said in the beginning of this episode, I've been very focused on this agency model since we came up with the idea in some late night conversation several months ago, because I am an agency owner. I understand how important some of this stuff is to other agency owners. And then being here at ViewStub for the past year and getting to actually interact with more agency owners and constantly them coming to us and saying, hey, our client, we always heard the words, our client is looking to do this. And it started to trigger in our brains of, wait, why don't we help the agency owner be something for their clients instead of always having to go, hey, our client is doing this. Hey, our client's doing this. It's no, like you are now the platform. And so I'm excited for it, just based on some of what we currently have, being able to manage all of your different clients and such from one singular account, for let's just put this out there, for a very low cost. Patrick and I both know what it costs to maybe license some other platforms to do similar type stuff.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, you're looking at license fees of like 10, 15, 20 G's. I'm like,
still doesn't have all the features.
And you still don't get it. And your clients then in turn have to probably pay, or you have to pay per client and things like that. We've rolled out what we think and will be one of the most simplest, most robust, most built for agency concepts in the market. That's what we're going for. And we really want to empower as many agencies as humanly possible. And one thing that I've always said, and we've kind of thrown this around, is from our event type, There's a statistic out there that says Shopify runs 80% of the e-commerce platforms in the country on the online. We want to be the Shopify for event agencies, right? We want to power you guys. You don't know they're using Shopify, but we want to power these agencies and empower them to add product offerings, to create streamlined efficiency in their team. So we're not scrambling to learn new platforms every single event. We're creating that one-stop shop. We're creating revenue streams for you. All these things are included in the agency plan, and then some roadmap, like you said, is the complete white label. Obviously, combined with some of the stuff we do now, it is white labeled. But you know, what kind of inside information can you give us, Patrick, on some of the foreshadowing and roadmap of this agency model as well for folks who are looking at it?
Yeah, I would say sometime in the next 6 to 8 months, maybe 6 to 9 months, we're looking at doing it, because right now, as agencies, a lot of management and marketing agencies, production agencies, they just set up the event themselves for the client, right? They do like onboarding fee. But we've actually been recently hearing where they want the clients to be able to log in and set up, manage things and set things up and whatnot. So it may come where you can actually have your fully white labeled ViewStub, quote unquote.
With a self-service aspect of it. So right now our agency model is kind of like the agency does it for the client, and they can white label it or not. Like you can give your clients their accounts login if you choose, but a lot of them are choosing to white label it. But what Patrick is talking about, and which is why I wanted him to say it out loud, is being able to actually turn what our platform, which is a self-service platform, and that becomes now yours. They can self-service. They'll be able to come in, log in on your website, interact with our account hub and watch pages and create their events all from your site, all branded to you. And you're literally going to just tack your name on it and go have fun with it. I don't pull everything out of my system here.
Yeah, and I think we could probably end it there.
For sure.
Value add, and of course, I just want to throw out there, EventNext.live is coming up. We'd love to have you guys. If you guys want to learn, I believe we're having a few people talk. We're having actually a few agency owners talk about how they've been throwing accounts. So I think there's a few sessions on EventNext.live. Check it out as well. And, and then we have the mastermind that's following. So if you do have an agency you may want to take to the next level, we could help you power that and get that not only on the tech side, but also be your partner on the business side on how to work it into proposals and pricing and things like that. So.
Yep. And then as always, we're going to wrap up the show. Like we said, we're going to keep today short, sweet, and simple and to the point. But giveaway time, people. As always, look, the giveaway is the annual organizer package. So it's tremendous. None of you guys actually did it last week, so no winner. So with
I think we did have one guy. I think Dave did.
Well, he already has, he's already set up. I'll hook him up with something else. He's one of our agencies that we're literally talking about. But nonetheless, guys, this is the 3 rules. Like and subscribe to all of our social media channels. Subscribe to the podcast. Share this video, the one you're watching, me and Patrick, our faces. Share it. Okay, it's at EventMasters Show on Facebook. Share it out to your friends and family. Let them know if you have people in your industry, they really should and need to be watching this show. We are on a mission. We kind of made a little tagline of turning event producers into event masters, and that's the whole idea of the show. So if you guys want to win, or if you've been interested in ViewStub or anything of like, go ahead and subscribe us on all social medias. It's all EventMasters Show, and then share this video, and Patrick and I will pick a winner.
Let's do it.
Another episode in the books, episode 7 of EventMasters. How did you think it went, Patrick? How did you think it went?
Amazing. That was a quick one.
That was a quick one.
A lot of value add, and if anyone has any questions, throw them in the chat right now, or you can always contact us if you're watching the replays.
Yep. So as always, for the podcast viewers, we appreciate, I keep saying viewers like they're watching us, but podcast listeners, we're excited to have you now and on all podcast platforms. Like and subscribe wherever, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
EventMasters.